Welcome guys back. My name is Annastasia and welcome back to my channel.
Okay, and what are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about the chameleon that doesn't like to be touched.
That's good. What's your chameleon's name?
My chameleon's name is Bobo.
That's a good name. Can you tell me why Bobo is changing colors right now?
Yeah, because he's changing colors due to mood.
Oh, that's so good. And what color doesn't Bobo like?
He doesn't like the color red. He doesn't like the color purple.
And he doesn't like the color...
He doesn't like the color pink. And he doesn't like the color yellow.
Yes. And because he doesn't like those colors, why doesn't he like those colors? Because they are...
Because they are...
warning signs, right?
warning signs.
Yes, that's good.
And now we're going to open the cage.
We're going to open his cage, but we are not going to touch Bobo, right?
No, we're just going to hold him.
Okay.
All right, time to hold him, guys.
Not just yet. Let's see how he behaves. Let's see if put your arm out. Back up. Back up. Because he may not like the color pink that we have on today, correct?
Yeah, I'm just going to...
Change your arm, hand out, and see if Bobo is receptive to you. He may or may not come. You have to give him his own time. So right now, if you notice, Bobo is changing colors. Bobo is changing black and yellow and lime green.
Is he coming to me?
This means that he doesn't really like the color of your dress. We might have to change your dress, Anna. But he's walking. Give him a chance. Don't put your hand into the cage. Let him come to you.
Okay.
Give him a chance.
I want to make him go.
You keep your arm out, but you give him a chance like this. Say, Bobo, do you want to come to us today? He's too close to the cage.
Bobo, do you want to come with us today?
We want Bobo to trust us, but he may not come because of the color of Anastasia's nightgown.
Just like this.
As you can see, Bobo's taking a good look at her nightgown. He's like, I don't know. He's turning his head to the side. He's changing colors. He isn't puffing up though, and he isn't crouching. It's just a sign that he knows us. Ah,
I'm
close.
gonna take this off.
Okay.
I'm taking this off. I'm gonna be naked for the day.
You cannot be naked for the day. Go put something on, please. But something that's not red and something that's not pink. Go put something on that's not red and not pink. And see how Bobo... Please.
I'm sorry. Did he like this color?
He's okay with gray. He doesn't like Mommy's black pants. He doesn't like that. You see, he's looking. He's I don't like her black pants. But he's starting to lose his black spots. His black spots are turning green. As you can indicate, he's no longer surrounded by...
Did he like this color?
Yes, but you need to put some pants on, please. Thank you. Now.
Oh.
Now, go put some pants on.
Fine. Does he like this color?
Do as you're told.
I don't want to wear this one.
I asked you to do as you're told.
Okay, I just want to wear this.
I asked you to put some pants on. That's not pants. Please go get some pants. We're teaching Annastasia to be gentle and patient with Bobo. Sometimes they come, sometimes they don't. But if you notice, my hand is not near his enclosure, it's far away. So if Bobo steps towards me, then I will come. If Bobo doesn't, and you never do this. You see his reaction? Never do that. You always put your hand outside the cage. As you can see, Bobo doesn't have any black spots. All of his spots are green and lime green, so he recognizes me, and he knows who feeds him. But he just didn't like Anastasia's pink dress. He's hesitant to move. perhaps I'll put my hand down and take away. And as you notice now, Bobo is moving. So he's not exactly ready to come into my hand yet, but perhaps he may want to come out of the cage today. We shall see. He's climbing. His colors are very important. As I teach my 5-year-old, colors do not mean he's camouflaging. Colors mean a sign of his mood change. That he is happy, that he is angry. Okay, just take the tag off. Good job. Anastasia's put some pants on. And you can let's sit down because Bobo's just gotten comfortable. Sit down in Mommy's lap, please.
Okay.
He's just getting comfortable. He's telling a comfortable color.
Do you see like this? Because I'm wearing this.
He doesn't really like black, but let's put your legs up.
Okay.
Put your arms up so you can see Anastasia's arms. He's looking to see if is there any food in here? I don't see any food in here. We try not to draw Bobo out with food. He doesn't like to, Bobo doesn't like to be
touched.
Right. So there are the rare occasions where he will come out and let us hold him. Usually the camera is not rolling, but we try to draw him with trust, not food.
You put your hand out because you're holding the camera.
But he doesn't. Remember we talked about making sure you're a safe distance from the cage so Bobo comes to us. Because right now he's a beautiful color. He's even turning purple at the top. But there's no black. When you see black spots, that's a defensive mode. And he's angry and you're in his personal space. Right now, relax, sweetheart. Relax. Calm down. Moving too fast. Right now, Bobo is looking and checking it out like the cage door is open. She's looking at us, we're looking at her. And if you notice, Bobo has a little ball on the bottom of his feet. That is to identify if he's a male or female. If you see the little ball on his feet.
I don't see any.
You see that little ball in the back of his paw? You see his, look at his paws, Anna.
I can't see it. Let me see.
You see his paws?
I'm going to go closer.
Not too close, you're invading his space. Do you see the ball on the back of his paw? You see his feet?
Yeah.
You see that little ball sticking out on the back of his feet?
Yeah.
That means that he's a male. If he doesn't have that ball, then he's a female. Once we get comfortable with Bobo and Bobo lets us hold him and he comes to us, which remember we talked about will be rare occasions, then we'll get a female, okay? And she'll lay eggs. The reason why Bobo doesn't have any leaves yet is because we have to buy them, not because he's a female. But when you have females, they must have a garden and a soil to put their eggs in and a little ladder for them to climb up. Bobo needs leaves as well. We're going to get them. We're working on it. As you can see, he's adopted. He likes to go through the drip system. Sometimes he licks water off the leaves and sometimes he goes and drinks the standing still water. I put in my hand in his cage. He's looking, moving really fast. So we keep the standing still water because he's still little. Somewhat, and he does drink it. I've seen him do it, and sometimes he drinks the water off of the leaves, which you can see our drip system by the little dripper. It's kind of like a big dripper to me. But nonetheless, we have it set on rainforest set right now. Nothing's coming out because it's closed, but he does like to drink it. In fact, Anna, let Mommy turn on the little dripper for Bobo. He's just come up into his tree. He's relaxed, he's looking. You can see his eyes are actually looking at my daughter's legs shaking. If you notice, he doesn't like that. See, now he's not looking. Because Bobo doesn't really like the color black, so I should prepare new sweatpants. What you see, this white stuff here, is primarily where I put my hand in to feed him. So I always go underneath him, and I always dust his food with the replete calcium and his replete. So I always put that there. And I use this little shake system. You can see it's a little bit of a mess, but we wipe it out and clean it so that bacteria is not building up. And we use that to shake his food. So this week I'm gonna actually take up that tar mat and rinse it off, wash it off, and so that it can be clean, and then you'll see that spot here and there again. And when he's comfortable enough and I notice that he's just drinking out of the leaves and not out of his drip system, and not out of the standalone water, we will take the water out. We change the water once every 24 hours. Like that's been there for about 18 hours. But look, Bobo, look, there's a worm. You're missing him. Down there. He just fell out of the tree. Look. Literally just whoop, fell out of the tree.
I'm gonna get him to get the worm. I'm gonna tell you.
And Bobo is literally just starting to trust us. Like how I have the cage open. Usually if I have the cage open, he will run to the back of his cage. But today he's kind of just looking and checking us out, being still. I've made my daughter change her colors so that she's not frightening him. So he's just looking. We keep a safe distance. We use this as a marker so that we don't violate his territory. And when he starts to turn his head and his spots go black, that's when we stop and we close his cage. So right now we've been hanging out with Bobo for about 11 minutes. So we're gonna close his cage now, okay? All right, I'm gonna close his cage. Show me how you do it. Okay, we'll give it like 3 or 4 more minutes, and then we gotta give him some relaxed time, okay?
Okay.
Because he's been really good today, right? And if you see those white spots, that's also the worms crawling up his vinyl piece. And we have his night lamp on. His day lamp is blue. So he's relaxing. And we do not leave the night lamp on all night. We do not do that. As you can see, we have the thermometer there. You can see what temperature it is. Bobo's getting upset. He's crouching. We pay attention to signs. So the sign where he's looking at us now and he's crouching, he's either, relax, put your hand down. He's either turning or he's getting in a defensive mode. So what I would do is I would look at his colors first, and if the colors, you think he's coming to you?
Yeah, look.
Let's just see what he does, because he's crouching right now, and that's usually a defensive mechanism.
Because you're wearing
black, right?
Because you're wearing stockings. Because you're wearing stockings, right?
No, the colors. Remember we talked about colors are important with Bobo our chameleon?
Yeah.
So we may have had the camera rolling for a little bit too long. I'm just trying to let my 5-year-old enjoy a bit, but keep him stress-free. Like I said, once again, pay close attention to his colors. You ready to close the cage? Good girl. Let's close the cage. And put the lock on it. As you can see, Bobo is backing up now because he knows something's going on. Put the lock on it. Good girl. And we're going to give Bobo some relaxed time. And it's actually, what time is it? It's actually getting kind of late. So at around about 10 p.m., I turn off his night lamp. I only leave his day lamp on until about 7 p.m. and then I give him about 3 or 4 hours of his night lamp. And we go there. So when the sun rises, is my rule of thumb. When the sun rises, you turn on his day lamp. When the sun sets, you turn on his night lamp. When it's time for you to go to sleep, which should be between 10, for moms, not kids, for moms, about 10 p.m. Kids should be in bed at 8:30. I just want to be clear about that. But when it's time for mom to go to sleep at about 10 p.m., turn off his light because his temperature needs to actually drop. In the rainforest, he does not have a night light, you know? So, and the temperature is kept quite moist in the rainforest because of high humidities, but he's also inside. We have a radiator just over there, sorry, excuse my bed. So my room is quite warm most of the time. And I do check the temperature quite often. Like I said, I want to get close, but I don't want to violate his face so you can see the temperature. We'll check the temperature another time. And he's in a crouchy mode, so like whenever you see him bending his back, that means he's uncomfortable. You're too close. But now he's walking and we're talking. So this is a sign that Bobo is happy. He's actually going down to the bottom to get some food. So you are going to get some rare footage. Either he's going to that bowl, because he does love that bowl of water, I swear. Or he's going to get a worm that is... Let's just open the cage so you can see. He's going to get a worm that's just by the bowl.
Mommy.
So we're disturbing him again. So let's keep the cage closed. That's the last time for tonight that we will open his cage. And usually I don't advise opening the cage more than 5 to 6 minutes. It's been 15 minutes that the camera's been rolling. We're just honest over here, and we you know, we're careful with Bobo. He's our first chameleon. He is our first reptile pet in the house. So my daughter is super excited, and this is a science project for her, right, Bobo? This is live science. But it's not a toy. It's not an experiment. It's a live animal, and we have to respect him and respect his space. So I have just literally made a big mistake opening the cage, because I didn't want to give the misperception that he was going for the water, when in actuality he's going for the little bug in the corner. So he's hungry, so we should back up. Let's back up a few feet. Give Bobo some space. Do not, that can go down your throat. Thank you very much. I'm not fighting with you over that. Naughty. Excuse my bed. It's a mess. Bobo's still looking at the camera. He's like, are you going to violate my space again and come back into the cage? Like, what is going on? And I think he's looking at our black pants. He's like, what's going on here with our deedies? Our deedies.
He saw me laughing.
Give me the straw, please. It's very dangerous. Thank you. Pack it away. Give me the straw. Tink, tink. Give mommy the straw.
It's a straw. I went. You know.
All right, come tell people good night and say thank you for watching my channel. Come on. Because it's time for dinner. Come over here.
Thanks for watching my
I'm not in front of the cords.
Thanks for watching my channel. Because we're about to eat dinner.
Thank you for coming by today.
Thank you for coming by today. And guess what, guys? We're having rice and chicken. So we will see you tomorrow.
And what about the vegetables?
We're going to eat.
What kind of vegetables? We eat carrots?
Yeah.
Carrots is your favorite. We got to switch it up sometimes.
Yeah.
Spinach, kale, broccoli,
I love broccoli.
asparagus.
I like broccoli.
We
I
can
only
have
like
carrots every night with dinner.
carrots and broccoli.
Okay, but you know broccoli is a man-made vegetable.
Yeah. But I like it still. The cucumbers are vegetables.
Yeah, that is up for debate. A cucumber is a fruit or a cucumber is a vegetable? That's a good one. Let's ask your followers. Are cucumbers fruits or are cucumbers vegetables?
I think cucumbers are vegetables.
Sorry guys, she just came home from school today, so I did not send her to school like this. I swear. The hair is just a mess. At least the bun's somewhat still in.